Come on. Why do they get to have such cool names? And my internet is just TP-Link CT... Bleh. Alright, you just got your internet installed and your Wi-Fi is broadcasting through your house and you're super excited that you now finally have the luxury of Wi-Fi. Nowadays it's more of a commodity actually, or almost a requirement. Anyways, having a customized Wi-Fi name is like the final touch, is like the cherry on top. It's kind of like your house number. You know, you drive up to your house and you see, oh, this is number 25, or this is number 56. It's some sort of identification. So it's the personalization factor that really makes a cool Wi-Fi name stand out. So for example, if we look at the at these other ones here, this one for example is loading ... or this one ID IoT or idiot. Oh, this is the same network as my current one here, just the 5G version of it. And then we've got Orbi74 and then someone's name, and then we've got a hidden network. So when you get your internet installed in your house, the techs sometimes install the Wi-Fi adapter and just leave the name as default, or if they're nice enough, they come and ask you and what you would like to set it to and give you a password option. Some of the newer devices actually have a wizard that run you through where you can set it up yourself when you first connect to it, so that is nice. But if you're using something like a TP-Link device like I have here, then I would like to show you how you can get into your Wi-Fi router and change your name, change your password, so it's not this random string of letters and characters and that you can never remember. And then I'll show you how to also configure your network IP address, your DHCP range, to make your home network kind of yours, your own, that you set up yourself, customized to your liking. All right, let's jump in. First of all, we need to be connected, which in this case we are. It says no internet secured because in my case, this is just for learning purposes. I just have a router sitting on my desk that is broadcasting this Wi-Fi, but no matter. We just need to be connected to the Wi-Fi network, and then to find out exactly, okay, where do I need to go? I need to get onto the router somehow to be able to change these settings. Well, first thing we want to do is pull up a Windows PowerShell window. So let's hit the Windows button on the keyboard and then just type in PowerShell. And the first result is the one we want. And here's our PowerShell window. We're going to type in ipconfig and we're just going to hit enter. Now this gives us the information of our computer on the network. So what we're looking for exactly is a wireless adapter. So we have a wireless LAN adapter, connection 9, connection 10, that's all disconnected, so that won't help us. No. Then we have a wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi right here. And this one seems to be connected and have an IP address. So this is my computer. It received an address from the router on the Wi-Fi network through its Wi-Fi adapter. So this is the address it got. And the default gateway, which is by default the router or the Wi-Fi device. So this tells us what address the router is at. So now all we need to do is open up a web browser and browse to this address. And we should see a 192.168.0.1. And we'll hit enter. And we should see a login screen. Here we go, TP-Link. Yep, that matches the router name. Please create an administrator password to manage. Okay, first time login, need to create a password, and well, let's get started. Okay, so now it's set the password. Just a side note, when you're setting your password on your router, please make it complex. Something with at least 8 characters, go 10 or 12 better or more. Capitals, numbers, symbols, make it something hard, but that you can still remember. If you have a password vault, put it in there so you have it always ready to go. If somebody gets into your router by exploiting your weak password, that's on you. Okay, we'll just leave the time as it is. Okay, select your connection type. If you're not sure, click auto detect. Yep, we'll dynamic IP. Okay, so this is from the ISP side. So how is the internet provider giving you internet? So here it would just grab it automatically, or you have the option of setting static settings, PPPoE, L2TP, PPPTP. We're just gonna leave it at dynamic, and we'll click next. We don't want to clone the MAC address. So this is running me through the wizard. So here, actually in the wizard, it gives me the option to rename this wireless, the wireless SSID, just a Wi-Fi name, and create a password for it. So by default, it's just the name of the router and the last 4 characters of the MAC address, which is like a device identifier number. And then the password for the Wi-Fi. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So let's give it a cool name. And we'll set a password. So we'll leave it at that. Review the settings and we'll hit save. And now it's going to set the settings. It might disconnect you from the Wi-Fi because now it's renaming it to something else. There you go. You need to reconnect your wireless device to the new wireless network before clicking the next button. Okay, so now if we look through the Wi-Fi options, let's see what we got here. Let's try and refresh again. Aha! Here's my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is cooler than yours. Ha! There you go. That's more like it. Bingo, that worked. And again, it's just saying no internet because I don't actually have it plugged into an ISP. It's just sitting on my desk. But it says secured, so we know it's connected. And we have a disconnect button right here. Okay, so that all worked. And so now we have renamed our Wi-Fi and we've set a password that we like. And all we left to do is click next here, and it should bring us to the home page for the router. Oh, I just tried to connect to the internet. Okay, and that failed because it can't. Yeah. Because it can't. All right, we're just gonna hit finish. This is the home page for this particular router. So here you can see your internet status. It's unplugged, as this would say if it was working properly, and then it would show your public internet address here, or your NATed internet address, depending on how your ISP gives you your IP address. One more thing that I wanted to show is if you wanted to customize your subnet, which is under advanced. And here, if we look under LAN, right here, we can see that the IP address is 192.168.0.1. Let's say we want to change it to 10.10.10.0. So this would be under LAN, under network, LAN, and then we first need to change the IP address of the router. This would roll down the subnet settings through the entire router. In this case, for this device isn't sophisticated enough to separate the two into different subnets, so you're stuck with just one subnet. But in our case, that is okay. So we'll go with 10.10.10.1. We'll leave the subnet mask at 255.255.255.0. We'll hit save, and it will disconnect us again because it has to change the network. Okay, so we're back on the login screen. And we'll go back to advanced, network, and LAN. Okay, that has applied. And then we'll go down to DHCP server in this case, and we'll see that it already applied a new DHCP server range from 100 to 249 in the 10.10.10 subnet. And looks like that's good. We're good to go. Did our computer get the information updated? If we look at our wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi, we can see our IPv4 address is 10.10.10.249 and our default gateway is 10.10.10.1. All right, settings applied. You have now set up your personalized custom Wi-Fi name with your own password, and you've also changed the IP address and subnet of your router and all your devices that connect to it. Now that feels like a personalized network. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you learned something. See you in the next one.